Hey, it's Pesha Forest here, and I don't know why I said hey so weird and breathy, but that's how it came out. Anyways, I am doing a card reading for the sign of Sagittarius for February 20th through the 27th. Please keep in mind that these are all general readings, and they may not resonate for all of you. If they do resonate with you, you can check out your moon and rising signs when they are uploaded. So I am going to be pulling a card from my Oracle Butterfly deck for you guys to start off with and see what it has. I'm just going to take the first one that falls up. Oh, join in. So that's going to be your overall energy for the reading, Sagittarius. And let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to be pulling some cards from my Aquarian tarot deck. What does Sagittarius need to see? Okay, so this is going to be your focus. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit. So we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That's in your past, I'm sorry. In your past is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Where you're at right now is the Wheel of Fortune. Your focus is the Empress. Well, this is going to be a good reading, you guys. Your supporting card is Judgment card, and then in your opposing you have Ace of Rods in reverse, and then what your subconscious is showing us is the King of Rods in reverse. Okay, interesting. All right. Just going to kind of try and get a clear picture going on here. So I'm just going to start off with your past card. So the Eight of Pentacles in reverse sees that it seems to me like a lot of you guys were putting in the hard work towards something that took a lot of your time, attention, and focus. You were trying to get really skilled at something, and from what it looks like with where you're at right now is that all that hard work is paid off, because where you're at right now, you have the Wheel of Fortune supporting all of this energy. So basically everything that you set into motion is the wheel is now moving and turning in that direction, and you're basically unstoppable right now. And the universe is in full support of the direction that you're heading in as well. So beautiful energy so far. Your focus is the Empress, which is about being in command of your emotions, your spiritual, your mental state, your physical state. That's what you're heading towards, is that you want to be this force to be reckoned with, essentially, is kind of what comes to mind. And you are that, and you want to keep pursuing that. You want to feel strong and powerful and in command of everything. A manifester is kind of what is popping into mind too. Like you want to manifest your ideas into concrete reality. And from what I can see already from your past and to where you're at right now, that is something that is happening for you. So that is your focus. Let's see here. And then we have the Judgment card, which is in your supporting. So it seems like for some of you guys are going to be having a wake-up call. This card is kind of a signifier of like getting a message, and that could be an internal message or a message from an outside source that is going to kind of help you with your growth, because this is in the supporting position. Maybe when you first hear it, it's not going to be super pleasant, but you're going to recognize how it's going to benefit you and your growth further down the line. And for some of you guys, it could be something that's just like a jolt or like a bolt of lightning that is going to propel you even further forward and excite you and be exciting for you. I will pull clarifiers on all of these for you guys too, so we can get a better understanding of what's going on. In your opposing, you have the Ace of Rods, and why I think this is showing up in some of your guys as opposing, for some of you, I should say, showing up in your opposing for some of you, is that there is this bright, beautiful, blossoming new beginning, and I feel like some of you guys are a little scared of it. Like, it's not that you're not afraid of failing, you're afraid of succeeding. And I do think that needs to be looked in a little bit as to why you feel that way. Maybe this is for some of you, this is your Judgment wake-up call, me even just saying that, because you do have a bright, beautiful future ahead of you, the rods are always connected towards like usually your life path or career path as well. So maybe some of you guys are getting into the corporate world or getting into investments, or getting out of an old relationship and wanting to step into a new one with a healthy partner, but you're kind of holding yourself back is kind of what I'm perceiving with this Ace of Rods in the past. You're holding yourself back from that new beginning, and it could just be some self-limiting beliefs that you need to process and work through. Because we also have the King of Rods in your subconscious. So, and he also did pull up in the reverse. So I feel like, to me, this card kind of reminds me of like the card of the shaman almost, like somebody who's really walking that spiritual path, that inner path, towards happiness, success, peace, and prosperity. I don't know why I wanted to say sex there, but maybe it could even be that for some of you guys. So the fact that it's in reverse, to me, it signifies that in your subconscious is that you don't really feel quite there yet or deserving of everything that's being offered to you or given to you. And you want to be in this commanding position. But again, I feel like there are some self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back to this new chapter in your life. So let me go ahead and I am going to pull some clarifiers for you guys, and then start with the Eight of Pentacles in your past. See what you guys were working so hard on. Get some clarifiers on the Eight of Pentacles. And I'm pulling from my mini tarot deck. This was my first tarot deck ever gifted to me. Like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. A long time ago. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. And then we also have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is very kind of similar to the Empress energy here too. So I see for a lot of you guys, you were putting in the work to get to where you're at now emotionally. The High Priestess also is holding this scroll. So I feel like a lot of you guys maybe have just graduated or completed school or some sort of training or mentorship program to where you've gained all this wisdom as well. And I think that's what you guys were working towards. I feel like for a lot of you, this was not always easy and was painful. I feel like for some of you guys, you had to let go of certain people or certain things that you really loved and cared about because of where your focus was, because you were so driven. And that's not always easy to do. And it was painful for a lot of you. The Ten of Swords, though, does mean it's a completion of a cycle. It's the number of death and of rebirth. So some of these losses and letting go were incredibly necessary for where you're at right now. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. So I'm reading this card because this is in your past as you were given a lot of outside support and a lot of outside help to get you to where you're at now too. So make sure you're practicing gratitude for the people who helped get you to where you're at. Because although you've put in a lot of the work yourself, I do strongly feel like there was a lot of other people providing a helping hand in whatever it was that you were going through or working so hard on. Okay, let me go ahead and pull some clarifiers for the Wheel of Fortune for you guys. If you guys catch me looking up, I'm looking out my window, and it snowed last night here in Texas, which is very unusual. And we got a lot of snow, like Colorado level amount of snow, which is where I'm from. And it's just beautiful. It's really beautiful to look at, even though I moved away from Colorado to avoid this very thing. But here we are, sometimes you just don't have certain control over things like the weather. Okay, so for the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which everyone's gotten this in where you're at too, for the past few card readings, at least for the fire signs, for Leo and Aries, which is a card of working really hard. How I'm reading it for you guys, Sagittarius, is that maybe you're working a little bit too hard to try and force something because it's popping up in the Wheel of Fortune position, which is where you're at already. Everything that you've already worked so hard to achieve is already setting into motion all the success that you're going to have. because it's popping up in reverse, I think it's trying to tell you to let go of working so hard and just let things be and flow naturally for a little while. Because we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is a card about asking for help. So maybe with that Six of Pentacles, where I'm feeling like you guys have already gotten a lot of support, you feel like you've kind of tapped out your resources, but there are people there who still want to help you and support you. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask for it. And then I have the Two of Cups. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is about integrating your wisdom with your gained experience and knowledge, and integrating the two to bring about success, happiness. This could mean a successful business relationship or partnership. And for some of you, it could mean a romantic love or counterpart who's been helping you succeed in this, or you're about to meet that person. I don't really talk like that much in my tarot readings, but if I get that message, I share it with all of you guys. For you, those of you who are in a relationship, this is related to work, or it's about a new friendship coming in that's going to be very fulfilling and happy for you too. Let's go ahead and get some clarity on the Empress. What does the Empress have to say and show us? And this is in your position of your focus, so where you want to be. Let's get one more shuffle. Oh, we got the Lovers. Okay, that's crazy. So I feel like, especially with that Two of Cups energy that I just pulled with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to draw that love dynamic into you. And by fully being yourself and standing in your power, and authenticity is popping up for me too, being fully authentic, you're going to really pull that in. You're going to pull in that divine counterpart or your soulmate, or just somebody who's going to be really healthy and beautiful for you. And for some of you, this could just mean your dream job, or about self-love, about standing in your Empress energy and your divine feminine energy. For men out here reading it, your divine masculine energy, and just feeling really good, self-assured, and confident about yourself. And from that space is where you can always attract more love to you. So beautiful. When we're at the Seven of Cups, which is, to me, this represents a lot of choices. And I feel like you have a ton of choices. You don't have to settle for any one thing. This is a card of also being really in touch with your imagination and creativity, and being able to create and manifest anything you want. And I had said that earlier, that this is the card of like the manifester card, like that's where you want to be. And I think you are attracting all of that stuff to you very quickly. It's going to happen very quickly for you guys. Oh, this is exciting. It's giving me chills a little bit. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. It is popping up in reverse. And that just means that there could be delays, but I think I'm going to get more clarity on that, especially with the Ace of Rods and the King of Rods in general, because I feel like the only delays are coming about is because of your self-limiting beliefs, which I think that you need to work through. Okay. That's the only thing that's going to be preventing you from having the dream life that you want, having the dream partner that you want, having the dream job you want, is your beliefs that either you are afraid of succeeding, or you're afraid that you don't deserve those things. Maybe because of all the help and support you've gotten from others, you don't feel like you've earned it. You have. And, so there may need to be a clearing out of those beliefs that aren't benefiting you anymore or serving you anymore. So let me go ahead and get some clarity on the Judgment card. Okay, we have the Two of Swords, we have Justice in reverse, and then we have the Page of Cups. Okay, I think for some of you guys, this wake-up call is in regards to maybe some immature thinking or immature ways you've acted or behaved in the past. Maybe somebody pointed that out to you, like, hey, you should appear a little bit more professional. And I think that probably rubs some of you guys the wrong way, because I think that you guys are very strong-willed, and you do come off as professional. I feel like on the reverse side of it too is that maybe you need to add a little bit more of your playful spirit to it. It's not about immaturity. It's about showing your most authentic self which is also going to help bring you success. And maybe that was part of your wake-up call, was recognizing that you don't have to compartmentalize all of your the many different facets of your personality. You don't always have to just show up and it's like it's all work, no play. You can kind of integrate the two. And we have Justice in reverse, which is calling towards needing to find that internal balance, finding that perfect balance of the two as well. And the Two of Swords is, to me, represents trying to make a decision one way or the other. And I think with the cards, with Justice in reverse and Page of Cups in reverse, I think it's calling to attention that you don't have to do one or the other. You could do both. And when she has her blindfold on too, she's really trusting her intuition. So I think you know what's best, what direction to move in, and what's best for you moving forward. All right, let's go ahead and get some clarity on the Ace of Rods. My nose is really runny today, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I think it's because it's so cold outside. So I apologize. I'm not picking my nose. I'm just wiping it away. Okay. Ace of Rods. Let's see what we have popping up. Okay, we got the Fool in reverse. We've got the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Rods in reverse again, just extra clarifying it. You guys are holding on to self-limiting beliefs that are not serving you any longer. You're afraid of having that beautiful new beginning. And I think kind of what I said here before, which is about getting a little bit in touch with your more playful nature and not just compartmentalizing it. We have the King of Pentacles popping up here, and this card falls into your opposing. So these are kind of like obstacles that you need to address or look through or see through. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, you feel like you always have to stand in this position of like, I have my shit together. I'll always have my shit together. And I think it's holding you back from giving you as much joy and happiness and success that you want out of your life. Because then we also have the Fool card too, and in reverse, which to me feels like when he's upright, this is the kind of person who goes to the beat of his own drum. He doesn't care about what other people think or say about him. He knows what direction to move into, and he's going to move in that direction, come hell or high water, essentially. Since it's in reverse, I feel like a lot of you guys maybe have felt that way at one point, but maybe you got a lot of conflicting advice that you've then believed, and it's holding you back. It's no longer serving your purpose anymore. You need to get back into this position of marching to the beat of your own drum and fully go forward in that. All right, let me see what the King of Rods has to say for us too. Let's get some clarifiers on the King of Rods. I'm really strongly feeling too with that overall energy card reading now that I'm looking at it again too with the join in thing. I think it's about like joining in with yourself, like integrating yourself, you know, or letting yourself be seen is the message that's coming in. Like, don't be afraid to like fully show up as who you are and join in fully and completely. Some of these got flipped around and I don't know how that happened. Hold on, let me fix that really quick, you guys. Okay, I'll shuffle that one more time really quick. Okay, King of Rods. We have the Ten of Rods in reverse. We have the Strength card. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Again, this is about choices. You feel like you have to be one way or the other. And these cards are clarifying that you can beautifully integrate the two of them. Because we have the Two of Pentacles. So you feel like you have to maybe show up one way or another at your place of work or in your relationships or in your family dynamics. And you're kind of juggling all these different personas and personalities within different dynamics with people. So, and you feel like you have to pick one or the other. No, you don't. You don't have to pick one or the other. Strength comes into play, which is about tapping into your inner strength. And I think your playfulness, your playful spirit, your how you attract and how you attract and manifest things into your life is through your playfulness and through your creative side and through your, I think that's what's coming up for me. That is your strength, is that attribute that you have, that attitude that you have. It's not always feeling like you have to be like in charge and in command of everything. You know, it's also in your ability to, you know, have fun and go with the flow a little bit more. So, and then we have, it wasn't the 10 of rods, I'm sorry you guys, it was the 3 of rods in reverse too. So I feel like a lot of you guys are being really reflective right now. And I think that's a good thing, because I think that's going to give you more clarity and more answers on what you need to do moving forward, because I feel like a lot of you guys feel like you've been kind of stuck in this waiting period. But you have all this Wheel of Fortune energy, which is already pushing everything into the cycle that needs to be. So we're going to get this King of Rods up right again, and it's going to join forces with this Empress energy, and you're going to be able to create the life that you want to have, and that you also deserve to have. So to close out your reading, Sagittarius, I am going to pull a few cards from my Oracle deck for you guys, just to see what you need to focus on for the upcoming week. Oh, we got reflection that popped up for you guys. So yeah, I think a lot of you guys are going to be doing some reflecting and integrating for sure. That's going to be happening. Let's see what else pops up. Okay, got some that popped out here. And I've got nourish. So this one is all about getting back to your roots is kind of what I'm seeing here, because with this flower energy, we're not seeing any roots down here, but that's what's holding it into the ground. That's what's grounding them, and that's what's grounding them in reality. And I think that you need to nourish your soul by reconnecting with the things that give you the most joy and happiness and pleasure in your life. And then we also have energy, which further compounds this Wheel of Fortune card. So this next upcoming week, especially since we're coming out of Mercury retrograde, I really strongly feel like a lot of you guys are going to feel like highly energized and highly motivated, and tap into that energy to help keep that wheel moving forward. So that's it. That is what I have for you guys for Sagittarius, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.